Hello and welcome to Up the Villa podcast. So we come away with a loss to Liverpool 2-1 at Anfield. Kit watch for me. I don't think Simon's got one of these, but a nice little jumper, retro, love it, mate. But over my shoulder, we've got a shirt where if anyone knows whether we've ever had a shirt and never won a game in, let us know in the comments, because I just feel like this shirt's just a bad omen for us. I know the performance as a whole, a bit of a frustrating one for me, especially just in the midfield area, within possession, really. I just felt we was really poor today against the Liverpool side that, albeit weren't that great themselves, really. But Seb, what did you make of the game today?
Yeah, it was a really weird one because we went into half-time and we were all really overjoyed by it. And I think in reflection, it probably just papered over the cracks for what was a poor first half. We were naive on the ball. We didn't settle down and really get into a flow of play that were able to cause Liverpool problems. It probably turned into a pattern of play where in the second half they would come at us and eventually they did score. It's just timing of the second goal is gutting, man. To concede it with so few minutes left after having a good result in the palm of our hands after not playing well. You know, I can't think of many times this season where we've got ourselves into a good position to get to battle almost for a point away from home where we probably haven't deserved it. And eventually we've come away with nothing.
It was a bit of a blow at the end, but I'm just there sat watching it thinking any minute they're just going to pop one away. For me, if I'm looking at where I feel like we did go wrong today, we had 33% possession, 288 passes and 67 pass accuracy. We need to keep hold of that ball a lot more, and we need to start showing a little bit more centrally in midfield for me. What did you make of it, Simon?
I think the issues are the same every week, to be honest with you. And I think we talked about it last week a little bit regarding the midfield. And I do think that's where our main issue is. I think Liverpool's high press caused us problems. I think it forced us into errors. We gave the ball away a lot. I think Nakamba was quite guilty doing that, alongside the other midfielders as well. But I just think the balance in the midfield isn't right. And I think if it isn't right against a team like Liverpool who do press you high up the pitch, I just think you lose. I think it's obvious that you end up losing the ball, and that's why we end up with 33% possession today. And I think against a good side against Liverpool, if you do give the ball away, you're inevitably going to give up chances. And in the end, that's what's cost us. I mean, we were we didn't create loads today. We created a few chances and we took one. And yet, really Liverpool, they have created a lot more than us. And I reckon, you could easily say half a dozen of them have come from us giving the ball away. So it was a frustrating game, really. I thought we improved in the second half. I did. I thought it was a lot better than the first half, but it just wasn't good enough in the end.
I think it's one of them when you're watching it as well. Like you come away from it a bit more disappointed with us rather than the loss. Do you know what I mean? Like I just feel a bit disappointed with the way we played, because I think it's because we all know we're a lot better than what we've showed, and we've shown a lot better this season as well. Craig's come on, full on brand today. What did you make of it, mate?
I thought we started all right, to be honest with you. I was thinking sort of 10, 15 minutes in, the 4-3-3 was actually working. And Campbell put himself about, looked all right. And then, we just went into a period of just pure sloppiness, just kept giving balls away. I think we had 2 scares. We had Mings, like in the Nakamba scare as well. And then we got a break. Watkins, really good instinct, good finish, obviously helped out by the keeper, of course. And then we get away with one with VAR. I mean, when I saw that replay back, I thought there's no way he's not offside here. But then they brought the lines out, and he was. So you go into half time, we've got away with one. Just come out strong in the second half. Come out strong, really put it to him, and that just didn't. I don't know, it didn't happen for me. We changed the formation up a bit, and Barkley found some bit of space, a couple of pockets, a couple of times, and I was screaming at him at the end to just hit that, and he gets closed down and doesn't. Trez hits the post, and then at the end, great strike from a great player, and we get beat by a better team at the end of the day. I think that's what I'd put it down to. We weren't good enough, we did have a lot of shots though. To be fair, I think we had like 9 shots in total, right? 5 on target. So it wasn't bad, but we were beaten by a better team in the end for me.
Yeah, and Trez had that shot as well. That was a right little shot as well. And Foot Watkins again was good, running socks off. But he needs help, doesn't he? He needs help behind him when he's on a little bit of a press. Needs more support. Needs players in and around him. Misses Jack massively. So moving, we've got Man City next. That's going to be another tough one. What your vibe on that, Simon?
I don't fancy it, to be honest with you. I know they got beat by Leeds today. Leeds got a really good result, but City rested a lot of players today. Then, so it's like an 11-day gap now, isn't it, between us playing Man City? So look, I think we'll give them a game, but I just think that at the moment you can see where our issues are, and it's in the final third without Grealish. We all know that. I think as we've already discussed before, like the wingers are just so inconsistent, aren't they? Like Traore had a mare today. Let's be honest. Trezeguet runs around, works really hard. Then Algarve is just in and out. It's you can't ever work it out. But I'm not particularly looking forward to it. I think, to be honest with you, it's just about getting the next 7 games out of the way now. Just sort of getting as many points as we can on the board, and then really concentrate on the summer and concentrate on bringing in those reinforcements that we need to really challenge for a European spot next season.
I think if we could somehow get to 50 points, I'd take 50 points now as opposed to...
What are we on now?
44.
So 50, I feel like I'd sit back and think we've done well there.
Yeah.
Seb, where do you think we need to improve on then?
Confidence almost. It sounds silly to say for a Premier League team, but it looked, 80 minutes we were blowing. The game turned into such an open-end affair that it was almost a basketball game at times. It was we'd have a chance, they'd have a chance, but they'd make that chance better. It was really difficult because I think Watkins had a few first half and second half where he found himself running at the Liverpool defence, who looked quite shaky today, who looked as though they could have been got at, but just didn't have the numbers in support to help him. They'd obviously intercept it, and then it was one long ball over the top, take our midfield out of play, and suddenly they're in on goal. We need to address the midfield. I think. Why wasn't Sanson in the squad today?
I think he's got a knock on his knee.
Yeah,
he was injured.
Okay, so, at least he wasn't just left out, but he's still got the potential to come in and do something. Dougie was good until he picked up a knock, and I don't think he never really recovered. Is it a case of we go out and get someone else? Because we've got the numbers there to compete in midfield. It's just whether they can step up and perform, because Nakamba, great player, but he doesn't get it week in, week out. He doesn't get the opportunity to. Douglas Luiz, he's still young. He's got potential. Ramsey as well. He was favoured to come on for Douglas Luiz. So that shows the trust that Smith has him in. It's a really difficult one, but I'm sure we'll take a good, long, hard look over the summer, especially with our finances coming out recently. We've got the availability to go out and get someone should we feel that midfield is an area.
If anything, I think this recent dip in form has highlighted the areas that do need addressing. And I think it's blatantly obvious which area of that pitch we do need to go out and improve on. So, we'll leave it there. Disappointing loss. But thanks for everyone for coming on, and subscribe if you're new as well. So thank you. Up the Villa.
Up the Villa.
Up the Villa.